I prefer calling it the Himalaya because Himalaya in Hindi is already pluralized. So as opposed to how people call it the Himalayas, Himalaya means the abode of the snows. So Himalaya is actually a more appropriate term, I feel. It's springtime here in the Himalaya, and I'm sitting here in this rhododendron and oak mixed forest. And the species of rhododendron arboreum, or the arboreal rhododendron, the tree-dwelling rhododendron, is the most common western Himalayan rhododendron in the middle altitudes. In fact, it is the only rhododendron in the middle altitudes of the Himalaya. In the western Himalaya, you do have a couple of other species which are shrub and bush rhododendrons, but it is the eastern Himalaya that has the most abundant speciation of rhododendrons. There's a single valley in Arunachal where I've been, where you have as many as 55 species of rhododendron growing in a single valley. We're here in the first range of the Himalaya at about 7,600 feet above the town of Dehradun near Mussoorie in Uttarakhand. And here at 7,600 feet one sees a mixed forest of deodar or Himalayan cedar with oak and rhododendron and a wide bird life. This is a 70-year-old deodar tree, Himalayan cedar, and this long gash you see here was caused by lightning perhaps 10 or 12 years back, as claimed by the tree. Around the gash, the tree rings around it have grown to the extent of about 10 or 12 years. Here in the middle Himalaya is prime Himalayan Barbet habitat. This bird is found right across the Himalaya from the west to the east in these middle altitudes. And this nest hole behind me, which we refer to as the most important and prized piece of real estate in the Himalaya, has alternated between the Himalayan barbets and a local population of rock bees. And while the barbets nested in it 1 year and successfully reared a brood of chicks, the rock bees took over shortly after once their breeding season got over and didn't allow the barbets to come back the next breeding season in spring when they wanted to once again breed there. But even as the rock bees were in residence, we had a small population of wasps that wanted to take over the nest hole. And despite the bees being in residence within the hole, there was a small population of soldier wasps that would hover outside constantly through the daylight hours, waiting for an opportunity to be able to seize possession of the nest hole from the bees. And every time the wasps got close, the bees would sort of shudder in unison to try and frighten away the wasps and appear to be larger than they really were.